Okay, good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Good morning, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
yes,
Fine.
good. Okay, good morning. So just wait, starting. Okay, so we have discussed in last classes, this is time response analysis of our control system. So last class we have discussed in broadly, this is time response analysis in first order control system. So in this first order control system, we have discussed also that is uh, different types of input test signal. That means step functions. Okay, we have discussed also ramp function, parabolic function, and also impulse functions. So last class we have to dedicated solve that is time response analysis of first order control system to unit step functions. Okay, and also we have to discuss that is ramp input function. So this step input functions and ramp input function for the first order control system we have to discuss in last classes. Today we will also discuss this is another response is available, that is unit impulse response. Okay, and I think all of you read in previous class because I am sharing the class note in your Google Classroom portal. So everyone please read it carefully because day by day we have to cover according our topics is available in our syllabus. So each and every one, all of you read in carefully the class note, and also you have to follow the video of YouTube channels. Okay, because I am day to day sharing the video in class video in YouTube portal, and also class note we have to upload the Google Classroom. Okay, so this is help for you. Okay, so just wait. So now we have to discuss this is time response of a first order control system to unit impulse input functions. Okay, so this previous class we have to discuss these are two other functions. One is step input functions, another one is the ramp input functions. So we know that these impulse functions, these are the basically unit impulse function. This is equals to the with respect to change in the timing of that is ddt of unit step functions. Okay, so last classes we have to take a one examples, that means the systems we have to know. This is equals to that is we have to sorry for that. That is CS by RS. This is equals to that is a transfer function. Transfer function, it is the ratio between the output of the system to the input of the system. So we have discussed these examples in previous classes also. So this is basically output of the system, that is CS, divided by that is RS. That means the input of the system, we know that is 1 by ST plus 1. Okay, so this is the equation number 1. So in this impulse functions, that is as the input to the system is a unit impulse functions. So that means the Laplace transform of 1, that is here Rs, that is equals to the 1. Okay. So now when you have to put this equation, that is we have to written, that is Cs, this is equal to Rs into 1 by St plus 1. Now you have to put Rs, that is equals to 1. So that means the equation is coming, that is Cs equals to 1 dot 1 by St plus 1. Okay, so this is another equations number 2. Now you have to take the inverse Laplace transform on both sides of equation 2. Okay, so now in this step we have to take the equation 2, the inverse Laplace transform of equation. So the equation is coming, that is inverse Laplace of, that is Cs equals to inverse Laplace of the 1 by St plus 1. Okay, or Laplace inverse, that is Cs. So we have to take the one another part. So we have to separate this one. Laplace inverse 1 by t dot 1 by s plus 1 by t. So we have to partially differentiate of this equation, that is 1 by st plus 1. Okay, so now you can see we have to apply the formula of the inverse Laplace transform. So the value of this one, this is also 1 by t is constant. Another one, that is e to the power minus t by 2. So the equation is coming, or that is Ct equals to 1 by t into e to the power small t by caps t. Okay, so these are the basically equation 3. So after you have to apply the inverse Laplace function, we have to calculate the equation, that is Ct equals to 1 by t into e to the power t minus t by t. So these are the basically impulse functions output. Okay, so now what is the output of this unit impulse input function? So just wait, I am sharing the curve. This one. So the
Hello.
yes.
Your screen is not showing, sir.
Okay. So just wait. Now my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So this is actually Ct out respective to the timing. This is the infinite time of t. Actually the output is coming this pattern, something like that. Okay, so these are the basically function here 1 by t, this point. Okay, so this is 0, then gradually we have to increase it, that is t. These are the basically 2t, that is 3t, and then near about to the steady state, this is also 4t. So this is t, 2t, 3t, and 4t. So we have to know in previous classes, in this output we have to classified into two categories. One is the transient response, another one is the steady state response. So in this curve you can see, so this starting point 0 to up to the 4 time t, that is a 4t, this is called the transient response, and after 4t this is also tends to the steady state result, that means the near about the straight line. So this is called the steady state results. Okay, so these are the basically time response. One minute, a little bit digipad disturbed me. So these are the basically time response analysis of the unit impulse functions. Okay, it is clear all of you? It is clear? Now we take another tables. So these are the basically conversion of the different functions, that is unit impulse functions, step functions, and parabolic functions. So now we take one table. First is input functions, then another one time response expression, and what is the remarks is coming into the results. So now we have to classify these three categories. Okay, so first we have to learn in previous classes, first that is unit ramp, unit ramp we have to know. So what is the function? That is 1 by a square. Okay, and what is the calculation of the timing? When after you have to apply the inverse Laplace functions, we have to calculate the unit ramp function in the time response analysis in the first order control system. This is equals to, that is t minus t plus t into e to the power, this is t, and this is addition, small t by capital T. We have to calculate in last classes. This is ramp functions in the first order control system, and we have to discuss, this is unit step functions. So what is the functions? That is 1 by s. So we have to also calculate the value, that is ct. It is equal to 1 minus e to the power small t by caps T. And last we have to discuss today also, that is unit impulse functions. So in the value of unit impulse function, that is also rs, that is also 1. Okay, so we need to calculate, that is ct equals to 1 by t e to the power minus t by caps T. So these are the basically output of the time response analysis of different functions, that is unit step functions, unit ramp functions, and also unit impulse functions. So now just you have to remember this to this and this to this, that means ramp to step and step to impulse. You have to follow here. These are the basically differentiate. When you have to differentiate with respect to the timing of these equations, these are the basically difference, this one to this one and this one to this one. Okay, so what is the remarks is coming? So this is differentiate. Which one? This one to the this one. Another one is the integrate. When you have to integrate step by step, so the value is coming, the arrow is this one. So these are the basically remarks. Please, you can see what is the output of the time response analysis of the units ramp input. This is Ct equals to T minus T plus T to e to the what T minus 2 T, and these are the basically unit step output, that is Ct equals to 1 minus e to the power minus T by T, and these are the basically impulse response. This is the Rs equals to 1. This is 1 by T into e to the power T minus, sorry, minus T by T. So when you have to differentiate this term to this term, this term to this term, these are the basically coming. So that's why we have to note that that is a remarks. We have to differentiate this one. Please mute yourself. These are the basically differentiate, and when you have to integrate this function with respect to time, these are the coming this one, and then these are the coming this term. So this is integrate pattern. Okay, this is clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these are basically last two classes we have to discuss the transient response, that means time response analysis for the first order control system. Now we have to discuss second order control system. Okay, so in your exam, either first order or second order, one question is also coming in your exam. So next topics, time response of second order control system. So in your syllabus, only first order and second order control system we have to learn. But in that case, two or more order systems we have to calculate it from this logic also. So that means we have to calculate it also third order control system or many more, that is higher order control system. Okay, so now we have to learn that is the time response analysis of the second order control system. So we have to learn in previous examples. So these are the basically input functions. This is one summing point. We know that. This is controller part. Okay, and this is output part. And also one feedback loops we have to attach according to the output to the first summing point. You know that. So this is CS. This is the input terms, that is RS. This is positive. This is negative of the feedback. And controller part we have to discuss here, second order system, that means omega n square by S into S plus 2 zeta omega n. This is zeta. And what is the zeta? Here zeta is zeta and omega n. These are the basically one is the natural frequency of the oscillations. This omega n Here you can see these are the omega n, these are the basically natural frequency of the oscillations, and zeta is the basically called the damping, that means damping ratio. I also broadly discuss what is omega n and what is zeta in later part. So just
previous slides show कर रहा है sir.
sorry once again, any problem?
Sir, previous slides show कर रहा है sir. Table.
Oh, just wait. Now slide is visible, new slide.
Yes sir.
Okay, so I just repeat once again. So these are the basically time response of the second order control systems. These are the block diagram of the second order control system. We know that this is input part. We have to input this RS, and another one summing point which is attached to the one feedback, unity feedback system we have to apply here, and the controller part also. And this is the output terminal, that is CS, we have to examine in that. So these are the basically second order controller part. We have to imagine here, that is omega n square divided by S into S plus 2 zeta omega n. So here this omega n and zeta we have to broadly discuss in later part. Just all of you remember this omega n, these are the basically natural frequency of the oscillations. Omega n is the natural frequency of oscillations, and zeta is the damping. Okay, zeta is the damping. So these are the basically second order block diagram of the second order control systems. So now what is the basic general expression is coming of this transfer function of the second order control system? So we know that this is transfer function, this is equal to CS by RS. So this is omega n square divided by A square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. Okay, so here omega n is the natural frequency oscillations, another one zeta is the damping. Okay, so please remember this thing. These are the basically transfer functions of the second order control system. This is omega n square divided by number of plane, that is 2. Okay, so this is the basically a square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. Okay, up to this part it is clear. These are the basically second order control functions. We have to implement this equation one by one. This is unit step and another one also. Okay, so we can so my here network is disturb me, so that's why the screen is not visible the time to time. So just wait. Next, we have to go another part. Time response of a second order control system to unit step input functions. Okay, Okay. So last equation we have to learn, that is second order transfer functions. Okay. So just written in that, what is the basically transfer functions of the second order control systems, that is CS that is oh, now my screen is visible.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. So the output of the system, the output of the second order systems, we have to return, that is CS by RS. This is equal to, we have to know, omega n square by a square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. We have to learn in last slide also. This omega n, that is the natural frequency of the oscillations, and zeta is the, that is damping. Okay. So now we have to change this equation. We have to return, that is CS equals to RS into omega n square by a square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. We have to easily written, we have to changes these equations. Now we have to apply as the input. These are the basically step input functions. So what is the value is putting? Please tell me anyone. What is the unit step functions? We have to apply in the first order control system. Anyone? What is the unit step functions? This is, that means RT, this is equals to the 1, and function is, that is RS, that is equals to 1 by S. This is the functions. So when you have to apply the input as a unit step functions, that means the value of RT, that is equals to 1, and the function is coming, that is RS equals to 1 by S. Okay. So now, so this is basically equation 1. Okay. Now, therefore, substituting the equation 1, substituting in equation 1. So we have to return, this is CS, that is equals to 1 by S dot omega n square divided by S square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus, sorry, omega n square. These are the basically equation number 2. Okay. Next, now we have to this equation, this lower part, that is a this one, the S square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. We have to changes the rewriting. Sorry. So equation 2 rewriting the term, that is a square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square, as we have to changes this equation, this pattern, because this is s plus, sorry, this is s plus zeta omega n, that is whole square, plus another one omega n square into 1 minus zeta square. So we have to apply this equation into the this pattern, because you can see this is the a plus b whole square plus these are the another one. So when you have to putting the functions, that is a putting the formula of this one, and then these are the basically cutting down, the equation is coming also this one, that is a square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square also. Okay, and next part, and also breaking the, you have to written here. Yes.
Sir, still your screen is not visible.
Oh. Now it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these are the basically last line we have to discover here. So this equation 2, we have to rewriting this equation. That means a square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. We have to changes this equation, these functions also. This is a plus b whole square plus omega n square into 1 minus zeta omega square. Okay, so we have to changes this equation. When you have to apply the formula, this one and this one is square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square, another one is cutting down, so the equation is also coming this one, a square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square also. Now we have to rewriting these equations, sorry, today's network is not stable, so that's why there are lots of problems coming in today class also. Okay, so everyone write your own name and roll number in the chat box also, and Gautam, you take a screenshot in one page also. Okay, so breaking the equation to RHS part into the partial fractions. Okay, so we have to written this equation, that is CS equals to 1 by S minus S plus 2 zeta omega n. We have to changes this equation because previous slide we have to know this is S plus zeta omega n square. This is also first bracket plus omega n square into 1 minus zeta square. Okay, this part we have to changes in previous slide also. Okay, so these are the basically equation 3 we have to naming. Slide is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now put the value, that is omega d, this is equals to the omega n into 1 minus zeta, 1 minus zeta square, root over of 1 minus zeta square. So when you have to put this value omega d, these are the basically natural frequency, and the differential frequency we have to denote, that is wd, this is equals to the wn into root over of 1 minus zeta square. So the equation is coming, that is CS, that is equals to 1 by S minus S plus 2 zeta omega n divided by s plus zeta omega n square, actually the whole square, plus omega d square also. Okay, this is another number of questions. Now see equation number 4. So now this equation we have to take the Laplace transform functions. So first we have to rewrite in this equation in that pattern, that is separate 1 by s minus s plus zeta omega n. Here 2 zeta omega n, so we have to divide it 1 by 1 because we have to rewrite in this equation using the formula. We have to apply inverse Laplace transform functions. So we have to return this equation, this part. This is also whole square plus omega d square also minus also zeta omega n by omega d dot omega d divided by same part s plus zeta omega n whole square plus omega d whole square. So these are the simple part. Simple part we have to apply it here also. This is the equation number 4a. Now we have to changes this equation here. You can see we have to changes, rewrite the equation according to the format. We have to changes s plus 2 zeta omega n into the two part. First one this one, another one also this one also. Okay. Up to this part is clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you have to apply the Laplace transform functions. So now taking inverse Laplace transform on both sides of equations 4a, these equations. Okay, so the equation is coming Laplace inverse, that is Cs. This is equal to Laplace inverse 1 by s minus s plus zeta omega n by s plus zeta omega n square plus omega d square minus zeta omega n. I am writing this equation. These are the not changing right now. First we have to rewrite the equation in the Laplace transform format. X plus zeta omega n square plus omega d square within third bracket. Okay, so now we have to apply the rules. That means the result is coming, that is Ct equals to 1 minus e to the power zeta omega t, and after this class we have to again joining after 2-3 minutes. Okay, because we have to another class, another, that is zeta omega n divided by omega d dot e to the power omega nt dot sine omega